Good evening and welcome to the channel's studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5. Israel's defense minister has ordered a complete siege of the Gaza Strip, including the cutting off of food, fuel, electricity and water supplies. The area is fast turning into one of ruin. Gaza's health ministry says 511 people have been killed and 2,750 injured as a result of Israeli missile strikes on the Gaza Strip since Saturday. Israel says fighter jets, helicopters and artillery struck over 500 Hamas and Islamic Jihad targets in the Gaza Strip overnight and into the morning. In a speech to the nation, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu vowed mighty vengeance against Hamas. It's after the militant group launched thousands of rockets and missiles into Israel on Saturday, killing at least 250 people and wounding around 2,000. On the same day, Hamas fighters entered a music festival in southern Israel, held to coincide with the Jewish festival of Sukkot. People fleeing in panic as gunmen shot indiscriminately. More than 260 bodies have reportedly been recovered from the festival site. Israel also says around 100 people have been kidnapped. Iran's president, whose country funds Hamas, congratulated Palestinians on what he described as a victory. It is a manifestation of resistance and standing up against the fake Zionist regime, he said. The Palestinian people, the Palestinian soldiers, all Palestinian groups, and the Islamic Ummah really should be congratulated on this victory. But no one here is celebrating. As the death toll mounts and the violence intensifies, an all-out protracted war looks even more certain. Well, leaders around the world have condemned the attacks. The US says it is moving an aircraft carrier, ships and jets to the eastern Mediterranean and will also give Israel additional equipment and ammunition, while UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak is hosting an emergency meeting amid the ongoing violence.
The scenes that we've seen in Israel over the past 36 hours are truly horrifying. I want to express my absolute solidarity for the people of Israel. Now is not a time for equivocation, and I'm unequivocal. Hamas and the people who support Hamas are fully responsible for this appalling act of terror, for the murder of civilians and for the kidnapping of innocent people, including children. I've just spoken with Prime Minister Netanyahu to assure him of the UK's steadfast support as Israel defends itself against these appalling attacks. We will do everything that we can to help. Terrorism will not prevail.
Gunning down Israeli civilians in their towns, in their homes, and as we've seen so graphically, literally dragging people across the border with Gaza, including a Holocaust survivor in a wheelchair, women and children. So you can imagine the impact this is having throughout Israel, and the world should be revolted at what it's seen.
In other news, rescuers are digging for survivors of a powerful earthquake that flattened whole villages in Afghanistan, killing more than 1,000 people. The 6.3 magnitude quake struck on Saturday morning in Herat province, a barren landscape dotted with mud brick homes. Villagers are still using shovels and bare hands to search for the missing, more than 500 people according to the UN. Aid delayed by blocked routes and communication lines being down only started to trickle in on Monday. The death toll from Sunday's landslide in Cameroon's capital Yaoundé has risen to 30 with 17 others injured. Homes in Mbankolo, an impoverished neighbourhood, were reduced to rubble following heavy rains. There are fears that several people are still trapped under the ruins. And the UK and the Republic of Ireland are set to be announced as the hosts of the 2028 European Championships at a UEFA meeting in Switzerland on Tuesday. The five-nation bid is now running unopposed after Turkey withdrew from the process last week. Turkey managed their Euro 2032 bid with Italy in July and are set to be confirmed as joint hosts for that tournament. Both bids are running unopposed but still need to be officially approved by UEFA. And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to the channel's studios in Lagos.